Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a little tribute video to Kobe Bryant, 24 random financial tips or whatever I'm going to end up titling it. Anyways, I just wanted to make this tribute because the determination and just the drive that Kobe shows to get to his goals is something that I think that anyone can benefit from. There are just countless stories of Kobe just putting in the work to get exactly what he wanted, and it's something that anyone can benefit from, such as a story that I just heard about a trainer that he called up at 4:30 in the morning and he said, "Hey, could you come help me get some work in? I need to get my shots up." The trainer shows up about 20 minutes later and Kobe's already in there drenched in sweat. And there's just countless accounts of that throughout Kobe's career. His career is just a testament to itself. Anyways, heart truly goes out to him and his family. I think some of these money hacks come down to being responsible and just taking a little bit more charge of your life, but other ones you might want to stick around for because I don't think you've thought of all of these, and they're just ways that you can incrementally improve your financial situation. Number one, the Discover It card, aka the free money glitch. So I discovered this when I was watching a video by Beat the Bush, and he basically, what he does is he goes into the store, he buys something that's cheap, such as let's say a drink or chips, something that costs $2 to $3. He goes and he gets it on the Discover It credit card. Right now they're doing 5% back on groceries. Basically what you can do with that card is you go in and you can get cash back on that card. So you go in, buy the chips for $2 to $3, you get $60 cash back. This can be done at Safeway. Getting the cash back brings your total purchase price to $63, and you can take 5% of that, and it's double the first year that you sign up. I just signed up, by the way. And basically what happens is you get all of that money and some back on those chips that you just bought. So it really is a free money glitch, and I'll be showing you guys this when my card comes in. Number two is the Crockpot. Cooking up beans and rice, man, that's how you make Dave Ramsey proud. I spend very little money and I can feed myself for a week if need be. If you're in that position in life where you're saving, you know, and you need to be on beans and rice, literally you could spend like anywhere between $20 to $50 depending on your size. I just spent $30. That's gonna feed me for at least 3 to 4 days. So Crockpot, it's good for, you know, people who, like me, can't cook, and you just throw everything in a pan and just let it cook itself. You wake up, I sleep during the day because I work nights, and I wake up at night and there's just food ready for me. So it's convenient for cooking and it saves you a ton of money. In addition to a Crockpot, there's actually machines that will make Starbucks. Like, I have one downstairs and it saves me so much money on not going to Starbucks. Seriously though, it is insane how much you can spend on Starbucks or just drinking coffee out. I think the last thing I saw was like people spend up to like $1,000 a year on coffee, like $1,200 a year. It's ridiculous when you could make the same thing at home. Number three, the $0 day. So the $0 day is something that I've come to take pride in, and I actually like doing it. And it is basically just that. It's a day where I did not spend any money. I will congratulate myself when I have a $0 day. It's not something that I can do every day because I mean, I don't just like starve myself and not pay my bills, but trying to have a $0 day is a good goal. Just like pat yourself on the back when you have a $0 day. Pat yourself on the back by buying an RV on debt. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Please don't do that. The Costco membership and the Costco card. Now, the Costco membership, when you buy things in Costco, it basically pays for itself. If you shop there often enough, it will basically pay for itself. And if you shop there with the Costco card and buy groceries from there, you'll get even more cash back as long as you don't go in there and buy more than what you plan to at Costco, which a lot of people out there do that. That's like literally the main thing that I hear about people going to Costco, and that is, man, I came into Costco for like one thing and I got like all these other things. Me, I'm just kind of weird and I literally eat the same thing every week. It is legitimately weird that I just eat the same shit every week. I'm not gonna lie. But if you don't go in there with a plan, you could end up with a lot of stuff. So be careful with that, and we'll get into that later. Not only does it pay for itself by getting money back from the membership, but the Costco card gets you money back, and then you can get 4% back on gas with their credit card. In addition to that, you also just get to buy in bulk, which is much cheaper. Number five, automate your savings and investing. Now, a lot of people do not do this and they end up never doing it. You already pay your bills every month, so just treat it like another bill and pay yourself every month. This is the pay yourself first concept in action. So basically what you're gonna do is you're going to skim off the top the amount that you are able to invest based on your income income and expenses. You can automate this into Robinhood, you could automate this into M1 Finance, or any of those other brokerages. I'll put some brokerage links down in the description if you guys want to use those. It will help me out and help support the channel, just full disclosure. But they are some great brokerages that I do use myself. Maybe I'll make a video one day on all the apps that I use and why I use them. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. Number 6, occupy your time with things that are free. And now obviously this depends on your stage of life and how bad you necessarily need to save, but it's just a good habit. I mean, even in your retirement, when your income is coming directly from your investments, you might want to be more conservative. You can occupy your time with things like reading books at the library, exercise, spending time with friends, writing, self-care, and just crying yourself to sleep at night, you know? Number 7, don't buy things because they're on sale. Buy things because you need them. A couple things that make this a lot easier for me is that I always have a plan when I go to shop. In addition, I know that people really don't care about your clothes that much. There's very few contexts where people are going to judge you or care about your clothes. And dudes, I'm gonna put some game down on you, bro. Like, women don't really care about your clothes. They care about what's under the clothes. I'm just gonna let you know right now. So what's under the clothes? Your body and your personality. So if you're not funny and like you got nothing going on, but you got nice clothes on, they don't care, bro. I'm sorry. Women don't care about your clothes, bro. Like, they care about what's in the clothes, okay? What's in the clothes? A person, okay? You are not a piece of meat, men. Number 8, your health. I actually just wrote down a bunch of health-related goals, and I just realized that the goals that I made for my 2020 goals, they were all financial goals. I think it's the 8 pillars of wellness. I just want to diversify my goals into those. So my financial goals are still intact, but I will be making an update video because one of my goals was to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we already did that. So I don't know, maybe I'm not very good at goal setting, but we'll update that. Anyways, some of the health aims that I had for this year are brush twice a day, floss, eat a healthy, mostly plant-based diet, and exercise, take care of your skin, and get some sleep. So the get some sleep part, like, that might happen at some point. It's 2 p.m. and I work in 8 hours, but you know, we might get some sleep after we edit this video. We'll see. Health will save you money in the long term, but it also saves you money right now. Like, I've had to get 2 cavities filled since I got out of college just because I have not been very good about my dental hygiene or going to see the dentist. I just got a dentist like 2 years ago, basically. I didn't have a dentist all throughout college. So just paying attention to your health, that's gonna save you money right now. And if I would've just let those cavities not be filled, which I don't trust that guy, man. That guy's filling stuff that doesn't need to be filled. But anyways, that's a different story for a different time. Number 9, think of your money in terms of what it could earn rather than in terms of what it could buy. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you save every single penny, but just make sure that you value what your money can buy more than what your money can earn if you're going to make that purchase. I will give you an example. Those of you that know me personally know that I am a huge Lil B fan, and that dude means a lot to me, right? So I heard he was in town in Seattle, and I want to say the ticket was about under $50, and it costed me that night, and it costed me that $50. So I add up the opportunity cost of, you know, that time that I could have spent working versus that money that I could have not spent and invested it. And it's like me going to that concert, I'll put a picture of it on the screen here right now, but me going to that concert, it just meant so much more to that opportunity cost. And valuing money in that way just gives you a better picture of how the wealthy actually look at money. They don't look at it as this piece of paper that is meant to be spent. They look at it as an asset. Number 10 here, I've got get more value out of less money. So basically what this means is downgrading certain things that you don't actually care about. Let's say that you're buying liquid soap and you would do just as fine on a bar of soap, for example. Or let's say that you're getting, you know, the St. Ives facial scrub or something, and you would do just fine on the Safeway Select facial scrub. If you downgrade something and you don't notice the difference, just stay downgraded. There's no reason for you to have that name brand and just be paying for a name. But other times, like for me, I cannot buy off-brand syrup for my pancakes. I hate that off-brand syrup, so I have tried to downgrade that before and I had to bump it right back up. Number 11, set passive income goals and make it a must. So when you set those passive income goals, for one, you're gonna need to know exactly how much interest you plan to make on that money. So once you know how much interest you plan to make on that money, you have your passive income goal, you know how much money you need to save to increase your passive income by that amount. So basically, if you make that goal a must, a priority, something like I'm just gonna pick on Coachella. That Coachella ticket starts looking a lot different when somebody's like, hey, you wanna go to Coachella? And you're like, okay, that's gonna be about a 2-3 grand ordeal. And you know, to get to my passive income goal, I need to save up 18 grand. And to make 3 grand, I need to work this much time at my job. Is this Coachella ticket worth working that much more time at my job? And it's just a very different mindset. So setting passive income goals really just helps you wire your mind for forward progress. And I'm not saying that it's not worth that amount of time at your job for all people. You have to make that decision for yourself. Number 12 is hitting round numbers on your account. Let's say that you have $887 in your account or something, in your stock market account. Wouldn't it be nice if that just got to 1,000, right? And let's say that, you know, in your Roth IRA, you've got $5,950. Wouldn't that be nice to just be at $6,000? That's a little mind trick that I use in myself. Just get into those even numbers. It just keeps you always depositing money into those accounts. Number 13 is having a plan, planning your budget and planning your day. So when you have a plan and you walk that plan, things are a lot easier to say no to. So imagine this. Imagine I am in college, as I was, and somebody comes up to me, this is all hypothetical, and they say, yo, Casey, you wanna get fucked up tonight? And I'm like, I would like to get fucked up tonight. The next thing that I'm gonna ask myself is, do I have anything else to do tonight? Do I have any plans? If the answer is no, then I'm probably gonna just default to whatever that thing was that I wanted to do. So if you never have any plans, then other people, I promise you, they will give you plans. And if you don't have any plans with your time, you'll do what other people impose on you. If you don't have any plans with your money, same thing. If you don't have any plans with your money, you don't know how much you need to be saving, you don't have any savings goals, you don't have any projection from here to where you need to be monetarily, financially, you will just go wherever the wind blows. Number 14 is refinance. We are in a low interest rate environment and I just refinanced my house and I got my payment down by $200. That was very helpful. So keep it simple. 14, refinance. 15 is credit card churning. There is a lot that I could say about credit card churning, but basically you can get cash offers, you can get cash back, you can get into a ton of debt, but don't do that. Just get the positive return, don't get the negative return. Number 16, cut back on living expenses. So things like utilities, things like your Wi-Fi, your internet, maybe cut your phone off. Things like that, like your home phone. I don't know why you would still have one of those, but if you do, I'm gonna just leave it at that. You're probably, never mind. We all know what I'm thinking. Fax machine. Don't be offended. I was gonna say fax machine. Other ways to cut back on living expenses are consider having a roommate, do something like maybe some Airbnb in one of your rooms. Consider not having a car if that's possible for you. I mean, if you live in the middle of the city, dude, if you live in the middle of Seattle, please consider not having a car. There is no reason for you to have a car. I mean, yeah, you're gonna pay a lot for parking everywhere. Literally, sometimes I will dread going to see my friends in Seattle just because of the parking. You're gonna drop $20 for parking. And if you live somewhere where you do have a parking space in Seattle and you rent it, you're probably also renting that parking space. So consider not having a car if you can. Me, I live about 45 minutes away from work, so it does not make sense for me to not have a car. And if you do have a car, consider having a car that either is electric or gets good mileage. That'll save you a lot of money. Number 17 is act your wage, and you have to base this on your plan. So this is all kind of coming together and synthesizing into something that is going to help you financially. So acting your wage is basically just fitting within that plan. What do you need to do to get from point A to point B? Setting a cap on some of your spending. So in other words, that means setting a cap on certain categories. Like, I will not go above this amount on food. I will not go above this amount on whatever. Just basically having a budget. A lot of people that I've talked to about having a budget say, I don't want to live a life on a budget and I don't want to feel broke, but like, not living life on a budget is exactly how you stay broke. It's really ironic there, you know, people that don't want to live on a budget are the ones who end up stuck their entire life on a different imposed type of budget, just not having any excess. Number 19 is the high interest savings account. So a lot of people out there are earning basically 0 interest on their cash. They're basically just losing money to inflation day in and day out. Having a high interest savings account, you can at least try to keep pace with inflation. The rates have been going down recently, but it's at least better to be in a high interest savings account than it is to just be losing value on your money or to just have it in cash under your mattress or something like that. Number 20 is sharing. So we live in this individualistic society and we just don't do things like sharing. Like, let's say that you have a roommate and instead of buying 2 vacuums, you guys could just have 1 vacuum, you know, instead of having 2 lawnmowers between you and your neighbor. Let's say you have some good social skills and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna buy half of the lawnmower. And the thing is, if you ever wanna buy the other half of the lawnmower, let's say you're moving away or whatever, if you guys have a good contract, you can just buy the other person out. So sharing, it really does go a long way if you have the social aptitude to kind of make it work. Number 21, wear it out. So basically what I am calling people to do with wear it out is don't just get something new when you already have something that is equivalent just because it's new and shiny. I mean, I already have plenty of pairs of pants. I don't really need any new pairs of pants. People don't really notice or care when your stuff is new. I mean, unless you like literally tell them, you go up to them like, hey, what do you think of this new bag? Most people don't care, so you shouldn't either. But at the same time, when you're wearing things out, don't let them wear you out. So if you're just in a really old car, for example, and it's just, you're pouring a ton of money into it, consider getting a reliable used car that you can replace that car with. I mean, if it's costing you more, either time or effort than it's worth, then you have to make that judgment call. Number 22 is doing your own hair and nails. So you guys may have noticed, but I've been cutting my own hair recently and I've been getting better at it. It's still not good, but it's not awful. Like, I don't really get any dirty looks when I'm walking around with my hair as it is. I don't really mind it. So, have been learning. I've learned a little bit about how to curve the blades and everything, and it's just been nice. Doing your own nails, this is a ladies thing, and let me just take you guys through a little scenario, all right? Let's say that you're on an app, you know, you're swiping, you swipe right, they swipe right. Man, you guys hit it off, go through the date, you get back to the spot and they're like, I've had a really good time with you tonight. Your hands touch outside the door, right? He takes your hand, he looks at it, and he's like, dang girl, these nails are immaculate. How many times has that ever happened to anybody out there? I'm curious. I'm just really curious. I'm gonna go ahead and guess 0. And you know why it's 0? We don't care, women. If you're out there watching this video, we don't care. We don't notice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ladies out there, I know you guys care. You guys do that for each other, the nails thing. Like, we don't care. As long as you don't have a bunch of dirt under there, it's like noticeably messed up, we're still gonna be all right. And now I realize that is kind of heterocentric. I mean, maybe gay men care about each other's nails. I don't know. Number 23, stop paying your taxes. There are ways to legally not pay your taxes as a business and not pay your taxes as an individual. And one of those is to start giving. So that is another thing that you can put on this list. Behind start paying taxes is start giving. It's a beautiful thing. And the last one is kill your bad debt. So this one is very self-explanatory. I'd say I'm a proponent of putting your debts from highest to lowest interest rate. Kill your credit card debt first and then kill the rest of the debts sequentially as you see fit. Anyways, hopefully you guys like this video and it gives you some motivation to get out there and just use these little life hacks. Get some determination to just save up that money and just get to the financial freedom you are looking for. Rest in peace to Kobe here. We love you, bro. We're gonna miss you. And I don't know why this death has done this, but just seeing his life, his accomplishments, it just makes me think that, man, I could do anything if I just put in that level of work. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you guys want to support the channel, and I'm out.